Hi guys, this is a part 2 of Learning and Theories. Learning is any relatively permanent change in behavior that occurs as a result of practice or experience. In the part 1, classical conditioning and operant conditioning was briefly explained. This video is about cognitive learning theory, social learning theory, and trial and error learning theory. A German psychologist, Kohler, conducted experiments on chimpanzees. Now there are some boxes scattered around in a room. There are some bananas placed above the reach of the chimpanzee. None of these boxes are high enough to enable the chimpanzee to reach the bananas. The chimpanzee tries and tries, making little progress towards the real solution, gaining experience, and finally, at one point, has its eureka moment. It piles the boxes on top of each other, climbs up, and grabs the bananas. Just like you must have solved this simple problem in your head, the chimpanzee did too. Learning took place. It organized the bits of information in a new manner perceived in its head. Cognition refers to the processing of the information about the environment that is received through the senses. We already know what learning is. Now putting these together, cognitive learning is a change in the way information is processed as a result of experience a person or animal has had. In cognitive learning, links are made among the stimuli. So the stimulus-stimulus associations are learned. There's cognitive maps, which are internal representation of the environment. There's latent learning, which is learning that occurs but is not evident in the behavior until later when the conditions for its appearance is favorable. There's insight learning, a typical insight situation where problem is posed, a period follows during which no apparent progress is made, and then all of a sudden there's solution. Another cognitive learning situation is imitation. This occurs when we imitate another individual. It is a response that is likely the stimulus triggering the response. The next theory is social learning theory. People learn through observation or direct experiences. This is kind of an extension of operant conditioning. It assumes that the behavior is a function of consequences, but it also acknowledges the effect of observational learning and perception. Models are central to the social learning viewpoint, the people we watch and learn from. There are 4 processes that determine the influence that a model will have on an individual: attention process, retention process, motor reproduction process, and reinforcement process. We learn from a model when we recognize and pay attention to their critical features. People tend to be more influenced by models that are attractive, repeatedly available, important to us, or similar to us in our estimation. A model's influence depends on how well the individual can remember the model's action in the absence of that model. After seeing a new behavior of a model by observing, this watching has to be converted into doing. We imitate, repeat the actions we learn through observing a model. Individuals are motivated to exhibit the model behavior if positive rewards are provided. These behaviors are given more attention, learn better, and performed better. E.L. Thorndike, an American psychologist, was the first to put forward trial and error learning theory. According to him, all learning takes place because of formation of bond between stimulus and response. Learning takes place through approximation and correction. A person tries, makes errors, tries again, and keeps trying until he gets satisfactory results. Thorndike put a cat in a puzzle box. There is a door which can be opened by manipulating the latch of the door. A fish is kept outside the box. There is a hungry cat and the fish it loves. Everything's perfect, except that there's the door stopping the cat from getting the fish. The cat moves around, scratches, bites, jumps, and goes insane. During all this, it accidentally manipulates the latch and cat gets her fish. Over the series of successive trials, the cat took shorter and shorter time, committed less errors, and finally learned that manipulating the latch would open the door. Thorndike observed that it was after many random trials that the cat was able to hit upon the solution. He named it as trial and error learning. On this basis, he gives certain laws of learning. Law of readiness. This refers to the fact that learning takes place only when a person is prepared to learn. Law of exercise. According to this, learning becomes efficient through practice or exercise. This is split into law of use and law of disuse. The law of use means that the stimulus-response link is strengthened through regular practice. The law of disuse means that the link becomes weak when the behavior is not practiced for a period of time. Law of effect. Responses that produce satisfaction for the learner are strengthened, and those that produce dissatisfaction are weakened. He revised this law in 1930 and stated that reward strengthened the response, but punishment did not always weaken the response. I hope this video has been helpful. Thank you for watching.